Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? Christmas is almost here, but I'm out in the garage anticipating my 2025 motorcycle trip. So what I've been working on, been making some plans and everything, I'm working on the Kawasaki 04 meanstreak, the one that's been wrecked. I'm converting this thing into what I would call a cross between a motorcycle and a Swiss Army knife. I'm going to adapt the bike to do.all, to be pretty much enduro, touring, cross-country, cruiser, whatever it is. I don't care what it looks like. I want it to function. Only thing I'm looking for is functionability out of this bike. So I'm going to mold it and sculpt it into my needs of what I think works best for me on a road trip. So what I'm doing so far, I'm just in the beginning stages, and I just want to share a little bit with you. I had some little leather saddlebags on here. Great if you're riding around town, but I'm preparing this bike for a long trip. What I'm doing in May, I'm shipping this bike to Las Vegas. From Ohio, I'm shipping it to Las Vegas, fully equipped, and all my gear on the bike. All my boxes, clothes, camping gear. I'm even anticipating hiding my personal defense item somewhere on the bike. I'm going to have a shipper pick it up at my house and ship it to Las Vegas. So when I get on the airplane here in Ohio, I ain't going to take a carry-on bag. I'm just going to hop on the airplane, fly into McCarran Airport in Las Vegas, Uber, cab, or whatever over, pick the bike up. That will already be packed, fueled, clothes, camping gear, even dry goods in it. So what I'm doing, I'm adapting this bike where I ain't got to carry a lot of loose bags. I've put these, what I added to this, these are Bauer boxes. I got these from Harbor Freight, and I really went out of my way to make sure these was very rigidly mounted. These are just really, they're huge boxes, but I got them up high for ground clearance. I got them mounted, they're removable. Also, these are stackable boxes too. I don't know how they'll work in this orientation, but possibly I could add another box. These pop out. I could maybe stack another small box here for camera gear. But these boxes can really hold a lot of gear. So I got two boxes on both sides. Let me grab this camera here. This is the Bauer box from Harbor Freight, stackable. I may be able to put another box here and stack it. I don't know how it's going to work in this orientation, but these boxes are huge. And I got them mounted. I have aluminum brackets. Hold them in. I still have some TIG welding to do. I need to practice up on my aluminum TIG welding. I was good at it at one time, but it's been a while, so I got to do some TIG welding. So I purposely mounted this GV box higher, because there's going to be some brackets in here. I'm going to have an auxiliary fuel cell or another fuel tank, at least 2 gallon, that comes in here. I mounted the 56 liter GV top box with a docking station. This is removable by key. Another Bauer box. Another box. So I'm I'm going to have another rack. It goes across here once the fuel tank's in, and another box right here. I'm going to try to incorporate the same kind of box right here. I left this gap high here on purpose so I can get my auxiliary fuel tank in there. So from behind, it looks wide. From behind, the box looks wide, but actually the box is only an inch past my brake levers when my handlebars are straight. So again, just kind of want to show you a little bit what I'm doing, making this into a Swiss Army knife. Like I said, my plan is to put another box across the top of here and bolt it to these boxes. That way, my camera back down here. I have a cold Coors Light while I'm talking with you. So, why am I doing this to a Kawasaki meanstreak? I had the the V-Star 1300. That's a bike I rode a lot this past year. And it was a nice bike, and it was a good bike for eating up miles. But it had things that concerned me. Nothing with the bike. Hey, Bobo. That bike was a belt bike. It used a belt. It was a belt drive. This is a shaft drive. My concerns with the belt, this trip that I'm going on when I ship this bike to Las Vegas, I'm going to leave Las Vegas and I'm going to Death Valley. I'm going to camp in Death Valley for a day or two, depending on the weather, the heat. This is all up to change. My plans are fluid. So I'm going to spend a day or two in Death Valley. I'm going to leave Death Valley. I'm going to go towards Joshua Tree. I'm going to spend a night in Joshua Tree. I've always wanted to go there. I'm going to work my way back around. I'm going to take a long loop going south, come back around south of Las Vegas, and I'm going to get on Route 66, and I'm going to go into Oatman, Arizona on 66. So I'm going to work my way out Route 66 through Oatman. I want to see Oatman, do a few things there. And from Oatman, I'm going to go into Keeneman, may camp somewhere around Keeneman. I don't know. Like I said, I'm winging this trip. I'm shipping the bike out there so I can take my time to work my way back. And I'm just, where I wind up, where I camp, how many miles I do the day, I don't care. So from Keeneman, I'm going to head up toward Bryce. Go up into Bryce, cut across. I want to tour all of Bryce National Park, see that. From Bryce, I'm going to cut across and hit the edge of the Grand Canyon. And then I'm going to drop back down south. I'm going to come in through Green River. Green River, I'm going to go into Moab. From Moab, I'm going to spend some time there and really do some camping and stuff there. But back to what I was saying. Why am I doing this to this Kawasaki meanstreak other than that V-Star I had? Back to what I was saying. Sorry to be jumping around. The V-Star was a belt drive. The belt drive is fragile. I know. I have a gravel driveway. Somehow I picked up a rock. I rode a rock around that belt, and it damaged it. Did I replace it? No, but it damaged it. So when I'm in Death Valley and, in the desert, I may be off-road and I'm going to be exposed to a lot of rock and gravel that's, typical of the area. Plus, when I get into Moab, I'm going to ride Schaefer Trail, a little bit of White Rim Trail. Yes, on this cruiser, I'm going to do it. If it kills me, I'm going to do it. Going to ride Schaefer Trail, Summer White Rim Trail, and I'm going to do Moki Dugway on it. You know, may never have a problem with a belt drive bike. People do it all the time, but it's just a risk that I'm removing. This is shaft drive. No chain lube to carry, no checking belt tension, none of that. And the other thing is, this bike is an 04, but it's a brand new bike. When I got the bike, it had like 1,700 miles. A good friend of mine bought it brand new, and I got it off him, but it's pretty much a brand new bike. It's just been sitting. So I went through the bike and everything. It's got new tires and everything. So I'm going to be more confident traveling on a brand new bike. You know, I ain't got to worry about breakdowns, but I will carry a clutch master cylinder rebuild kit and a clutch slave cylinder kit. I'm going to carry a few parts with me. But my main goal is, with putting all these boxes and stuff on this bike, I want to get away from carrying soft bags, using bungee cords and straps. If those of you that watch Moto Giant, you've seen what happened to him. This guy is experienced. He's been all over. If it could happen to him, it surely could happen to me, an accident like he had. His sleeping bag was under a net strap, come loose, went into his wheel, on and on. He had a bad accident, lost his leg. Coming back from Moab, my first trip, I actually had one of those orange Walmart straps. I had one come loose, but it didn't get into nothing. The extra length of the strap got wrapped around my axle, and it heated that bearing and stuff up so hot, and I didn't know it, that it melted the paint 3 inches out on that wheel hub. Luckily, it didn't get caught into nothing, but it got wrapped around there. It actually melted. That nylon melted in there. I had to take a knife and stuff and pick it out, but I was lucky. But that's my plan for this bike is I want to have pretty much all my gear and equipment in hard boxes. If I do have a bag, it'd be a bag like a Connex bag or something that I can really strap down, that would be big enough and bulky enough if it come off, that could not get wedged into anything. And I won't be using straps. And whatever I put on there will have some type of clamp mechanism to hold it down. But that's my plan. That's my big trip for the year, is shipping the bike to Las Vegas, fully geared up. I'm going to put everything I can in it. And if I can, I'm going to try to hide. I'll disassemble it and hide it in multiple spots on the bike, my personal defense item. That way, you know, it's hard to carry it on an airplane, but I'll have it when I get out there. So, yeah, I'm going to spend the next month or so really tweaking, working. I need to carry extra fuel. I'm going to order a really high quality jump pack, because the last place I want to be is out around Artisans Point or out there around Furnace Creek somewhere in Death Valley in the middle of nowhere, and this thing not start. Because I'm going to have, I've added a couple new GoPros. I'm going to try to step my video quality up this year. I'm going to kind of leave the music out of it. I don't know where I want to go with this, but I'm going to try to step my video quality up a little bit this year and try to do a little better job, just in winging it. But I want to try to equip this bike where it's a Swiss Army knife. If I need something, it just flips out. I'm going to put USB charger in here, keyed USB charger up front. I may put some battery-powered lights in here, but I'm going to carry everything for an emergency that I need. Plan for the worst and hope I don't need none of this stuff. You know, compressor. I'm even thinking about adding, I may carry a smaller motorcycle battery somewhere if I can find a place to mount it. I got room to mount things under these boxes, but I may add a little solar panel to the top of the rear tour pack. Like I said, I'm just going to try to have this bike equipped where I can get everything in hard cases. Not going to take a lot of clothes or nothing like that. Just going to try to pack as light as I can. They sell stuff in the other states. It's just I'm gonna take the things I need in case I break down or have a problem. But I'm not gonna pack the bike too heavy. I know these are big boxes and you can get a lot in them. But I'm gonna try to keep it down to about like there's a passenger on the bike. I've traveled a lot, I've learned a lot, but still there's a lot for me to learn. I'm evolving. I'm no expert. I've made mistakes, learned from them. But like I said, these Bauer boxes, I got these at Harbor Freight. These were $29 with an in-store coupon. And these are O-ringed, watertight boxes. And the bottom of them are very thick, heavy plastic. These are very durable, as good as any pannier that you could buy. I know you could buy Tusk or whatever, but these mounted up really easy and it's going to be efficient. But like I said, it may look stupid when people see me on the road with all these boxes on here, but I do not care what it looks like. I'm looking for function, for it to function. I want it to be easy to use. I want to be able to pull up, know where everything is, jerk it out, set up camp quickly. Try to be as stealthy as I can with it. I've removed a few reflectors. I've ordered LED lights. I'm adding some better LED lights to the front of the bike for desert running at night. You don't know what kind of weather you can run into in the desert. You just never know. I'm going to pack for cold weather and see what happens. I know the summer of 2022, May 16th, I was in Moab and it was 100 degrees. I know it could be totally opposite. It could be flaking snow. I don't know. But that's my plan this year is I'm going to fully equip the bike, fully pack the bike. I'm going to have a shipper ship it out to Las Vegas, and I'm going to hop on an airplane with not one bag. I'm going to fly out there and Uber over to the bike, get on it, take off, and make the best of this trip. This is the only trip I really got planned. Like I said, I just want to make this bike as usable and as functional. More or less, I want to make it a Swiss Army knife. I want it to flip, dupe, open, have everything I need to work with it. And if people want to laugh about the looks, more power to them. It's paid for. To me, it's a brand new bike. I own nothing on it, so I don't care. If I lay it down in the desert, drop it out on Schaefer Trail, it just had character to the bike. I think these boxes would hold up to going down. I got them mounted pretty good. I said I just got to take some of this aluminum brackets back up. But yeah, that's my plan. I jump around a lot. I'm not good at making videos or talking, but once I get through Moab, I'm going to go through Monument Valley. I'm going to go to Ford Point there and check that out. And I'm going to make it to the Four Corners and then head into Amarillo, Texas. And I'm going to try that, thinking about trying that 72-ounce state challenge. We'll see how I feel after riding this mean streak that far, but we'll see. I'll get the 72-ounce steak, but it may be 2 meals for me. I'll eat it next day on the road or something, but I'm going to work my way across 66, Cadillac Ranch, Oklahoma, come up through Oklahoma. I want to see the Blue Whale and just experience Route 66. I just want to see it, experience it, take my time. If I want to stop, chat with locals, I got the time. I'm sure if I rode from Ohio all the way out to Las Vegas, I'd be pretty, I'd probably be feeling it. I think I'd be fatigued if I rode all the way out there to Las Vegas, then worked my way back, which would be over a 5,000-mile round trip. But I'm looking forward to just flying into Las Vegas, fresh, feeling good, picking the bike up and working my way back. I think that's what's going to work best for me. It should be about a 2,800 mile trip. Don't know, don't care. But I'm going to have the bike serviced up. I'm going to continue on with all my boxes and get all this stuff done while the weather's bad and cold. Got some heat here in the garage, and been putting Christmas presents and stuff together for the grandkids. But something else I picked up. I know I complain about GoPro, but I picked up the Amazon, had these good deals on the GoPro 13 Black. So I'm going to go, I'm going to run several GoPros for this trip. And I'm going to be using a drone this year. I know drones are a no-no in state parks or whatever, or national parks, but I think I'm going to use this drone more on Route 66 or out around Joshua Tree. I'm going to get some aerial photo of me riding. This drone has the tracking capability. It can follow me. I just want to have it with me, see how this works out, get some good footage. Like I said, I'm going to try to have a box dedicated for my camera equipment, batteries, the drone. I'm going to just keep working on it as I pack the bike, and I think I need something else, I will add it. Like I said, this bike's a 1600. It's got the power and torque. It's got the power and the torque to get the job done. So a little extra weight ain't gonna hurt it. And it's got the air adjustable shocks. I can add air pressure to these shocks to add a little more ride. Actually, this suspension stiffness bike, a little more weight will probably make it ride better. So I'll update you again, and just want to talk a little bit about this upcoming trip I got, my plans, and how I'm going to do this trip. A little something different for me. I'm looking forward to being fresh when I get to Las Vegas and have the time. I'm going to take about 8 days and work my way back. But everybody out there, you know, let me know what your plans are for 2025. Like I said, I love riding the Blue Ridge Parkway, but I've been watching the progress on it. It looks like a lot of it ain't going to be open again this year. There'll be sections of it, but to just ride the whole parkway in its entirety, I would hope you'll be able to this year, but it ain't looking like it. There's a lot of damage. And I think they need to focus on more of the very important infrastructure for the people down there than just the parkway. The parkway is, you know, it's for tourists. So the people that's affected in those areas down there, let's make sure they get their infrastructure repaired first. Then the parkway can come and other things for tourists and travelers. But like I said, that's one of my favorite places to visit. It's Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, West Virginia. They're going through a lot, and also I hope everybody in them areas, you've been through a lot. I hope you can have a blessed and Merry Christmas. And we're going to have one here, but you're in our thoughts and prayers, thinking about you down there and everything you're going through rebuilding. But man, the people of Virginia and North Carolina, you're strong people. You work together, you can accomplish it. You can build it back up. Hang in there, get her done. And like I said, this is Ohio Backroads talking about the 2025 trip and the Swiss Army knife Kawasaki meanstreak I'm building. Well, I'm sure I've missed something, but once again, Merry Christmas, and everybody have a Happy New Year.